Hey there, friends, family, and loved ones all. I've been talking about this for a long time, and I just want to show you this digital leash, blockchain, CD, central bank digital currency, expiring money. That's how they're going to make it happen. End of paper currencies, digital wallet. They got the nerd wallet now, So all of this we've been chronicling. Zero trust ID, enslaving the masses, digital, no rights, no freedom. I mean, all this is being chronicled, but it's getting serious now, as I'm going to show you here. Irreversible tokenization. We get to be tokens. Yes, we're you little tokens. So this is the biometric ID being implemented now. Digital ID services from Trust Stamp. Hey, we're going from tramp stamp to Trust Stamp. What kind of culture we living in, folks? Method for securely turning biometric data into a token. Trust Stamp. Patent number covers a way to irreversibly turn personal data into identity token that cannot be reversed. What does that mean? You're a token. You're a non-entity. You're a non-living being. You're patented. You're owned. You're not a human. Trust Stamp says another 19 applications are moving through the process, folks. Let me show you a little more here. And I'll put the links in the show notes here. So Trust Stamp, pleasant surprise. You can see how they're rolling it out. Irreversible data token, February 22nd, 2023. So this is just really being implemented as we talk now. And then look over here on the right, cybersecurity plans, biometric smart card. Still paying the waiting game for the digital ID because it takes away our freedom. Down quarter for Telos. What's Telos? We'll get into that in a minute. ForgeRock and Real Networks. These are the names that are going to be implementing your total control, biometric ID. Don't go anywhere unless we approve. Can't get into it. No banking, no stores, no nothing unless you do your Trust Stamp. Trust Stamp. Unfrickin' real. All right, so what else I want to get into is this company Telos. But before that, they're bringing this into the schools, folks. Telos is one of these companies here. Let me back it up a bit so you can see what's going on. So they're in the healthcare, financial services, critical care, defense and military, federal government, state and local, and your high schools, because they're going to have what do they call GHOST. Can help systems, school systems, and universities protect their students and institutions from disaster results of security breaches. Well, what do you think Chat GPT is all about? It's about cheating, taking information, having the computer write your programs for you. So we got to have security, problem, reaction, security. For the ultimate K-12 security and privacy, there's Telos Ghost, the virtual obfuscation network that hides people and resources, in the digital realm, knowing they're shielded from view to avoid cyberbullying and other breaches of privacy. Ransomware attacks are frequently delivered by phishing attacks that target students and staff who fall prey to such attacks from the government, from the controllers. Telos Ghost can mitigate these risks by hiding devices and internal use, unauthorized access, yada, yada. Total, absolute control of everything. And again, here's the companies Telos, Trust Stamp, Forge, and Real Networks. Well, what does Telos mean? And here we see Telos in Greek mythology, also spelled Talos, was a giant automation mode of bronze to protect European Crete from pirates and invaders. But Telos means something like purpose or goal or final end. According to Aristotle, everything has a purpose or a final end. So their goal is digital identification on everybody. Total control, folks. Digital ID. And here you can see the ramp up of it. All the 20, how they're doing this. But this is the one that I just heard about the other day. Biometric boarding, screening, and ID arrive at airports, South Korea, Guyana, U.S., and France. I had a friend that was traveling the other day, and he goes, guess what? I go, what? He goes, I went through 2 check-ins, and they didn't even have any check-ins at the gate. I said, what do you mean? He goes, I got my ticket, and I walked right onto the plane. I asked the security guard, well, don't they check? He goes, oh, they're watching it. They know who you are. No more check-ins, no more gates, no more jobs, no more people. We're all digitalized. All digitalized. And when I do my link on the slave pods coming up here and showing you all up and down California how they're building these slave pods for everybody. You should be waking up. You should be waking up. So fingerprints, cards, Telos, all this is going to be included. And it gets even better. Telos has ID Trust 360. Digital identity enable you to secure your enterprise, whether you need address requirement pertaining to know your customer, KYC, insider threats, access to authorization, regulatory compliance. Regulatory compliance. You will comply. Digital identity with complex operational ecosystems that span millions of identity. Can you say climate change? Credit. Workstations, kiosks, laptops, smartphones, access control systems, folks. Total control identity. And it gets worse. And we now have freedom cities. So why is this bozo, this child rapist, this 3-time married, bankrupt, 20 times? His second wife accused him of rape in public records and court documents. And everybody's still pumping this guy. 47th president says he's going to be. So he plans to build a new generation of cities on federal lands where everyone is prosperous, safe and secure, with lots of police and flying cars. What? Smart cities, here we come. And guess who's introducing it to us? Their smart city technology and various engineered emergencies lure us into the stack and pack housing where they can more easily control us with 24/7 surveillance. And I'm going to get into this in the next video. All right, so that's enough for now. You get an idea of this digital trust system. Getting back to the farms, getting back to the lands. We did this before. Those of you that are in the baby doomers generation, you know what they're calling the generation now, my son's generation? Generation delete. That's what they're calling them, generation delete, folks. Are you awake yet? They're allowing 12-year-olds to decide to get, you know what? Are we going to sit down and stay quiet? We're going to start our gardens. We're going to find clean water and energy and those in our communities and tribes which you can relate and get together with and get back to the world we want. Unplug. We did it before. We lived without plugged. We can do it again. So let's unplug, get back to the farms. Namaste all.